Hello everyone, today we are looking at another weapon showcase and it is the Glock 18-C or the G18. And as we can kind of see right here, it is a 9mm low recoil, which is, we'll see about that in a second, and a very high fire rate. Now, this is the only pistol that actually has full auto. So no full auto in the buildings. That's not full auto, this is full auto. Now, obviously, you can burn through this ammo very quickly. Now, there's a couple things I do want to note about this weapon. Now, it does have the ability to have a laser sight and a flashlight, and of course, an IR laser. Now, one thing I want to point out, there is a glitch with this weapon right now. So, as you can see, I have an armor-piercing round, magazine, and 3 JHP. Now, if I shoot a little bit of the magazine, it's about half done in the mag. If I do a reload and I check my mag again, it is still on that armor piercing magazine. Yes, it is still on it. It is not a visual bug. It is actually not working as intended. As you can see, I am out of ammo now. And once that magazine is empty, then you will be able to swap to a new mag. Now, what does this mean? Well, this is going to suck because if you are going into an area and you have to reload, it's obviously you're not going to be able to. So now you can, I believe, swap mags from AP to JHP as far as I'm aware. I'm not really sure how that works in terms of its utility for a lot of these things. But one thing you can do if you have to reload because you've emptied half a mag, this is a little tedious. Well, I guess we'll see how, how good Void is at keeping their promises of, being a little bit more with the community. But if you drop the magazine, obviously you can change your magazine. So a lot of the time, if you are going to use this magazine, like a magazine in this weapon, you will essentially just be emptying the mag a lot of the time. If you do have to reload, you're going to have to drop the magazine or just empty out the ammo. A lot of the time, what I found really interesting about this weapon is with the shield. Now, why am I talking about a 9mm using a shield? Maybe you're questioning why I'm even talking about a 9mm pistol at all. Isn't the 5.7 better? Better penetration, excellent penetration, technically better damage overall, great ammo capacity, 20, great recoil control, still, 5.7 round, great. Maybe the Mark 5 takes one shot on average on every target, basically. Not much ammo, but it's still really strong, really powerful. Be even used as a primary pretty much. Why not use this with the shield? They're both great pistols. Even this one, 21 in the mag capacity, still really good. Why am I talking about this Glock specifically when it comes to using the shield? When it comes to using the shield with this pistol, oh, it's going to be awesome. You're going to full auto with the pistol, right? No, because there's no full auto in buildings and we are not going to be using full auto. Now, why am I not going to be using full auto? Well, let me just show you really quick a minute to make sure everything's still set up. Okay, we have full auto. We are point blank range. Let's back it up a little bit because usually this isn't going to be the range you're going to be fighting at on occasion. But okay, so this is why we don't want to use this weapon on full auto with a shield. Oh, that's not full auto. This is full auto. Well, it's because it's not going to hit the target. Now, oh, what about bursting? Maybe you can burst a couple rounds. Let's check that out. Not really. It's still just going straight up and hitting that steel bar. As you can see the sparks flying. Now, so why am I saying this? Well, it's the highest capacity pistol. Now, the general actual accuracy of this weapon is still pretty strong. It has a good fire rate. It has, obviously it has a good fire rate. It has a good fire rate. It has a decent recoil. Honestly, it's pretty good with the recoil. It's not too bad. It's controllable. And it has 24 rounds. And 24 rounds goes a long way. Now, obviously, there is an issue with specifically, of course, this magazine, as I just discussed. The magazine gets low to empty, you can't change it out. That's the issue. Now, so an interesting thing with the shield is that you'll notice when I do shoot, obviously, some of my Glock, I can't reload it. It's half of the mag. I press reload. It obviously doesn't work. Now, when you are using the shield, well, that actually doesn't really happen. You can actually have half a mag, reload it with the shield. And then we take a look here. And it's actually swapped to the other mag. So when using a shield, you don't actually have to worry about that glitch. And obviously, eventually, hopefully they will fix it. But as you can see, that is the entire mag. There is another mag that's half. So we did successfully swap it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's quite a puzzle. But 24 rounds can go a long way, especially when you are using a shield. You're going to be running in there. You're going to be aiming at the target with your laser pointer. You can control, and you have a lot of ammunition. So you can feel free to use that 1 point for a pistol and a shield accurately, and good value, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So when it comes to using this pistol with a shield, I think it's probably insanely strong, especially if you're getting up to those close ranges. A lot of the time, the kill time doesn't matter when you're wielding a shield, because you have all the time in the world, because you have an impenetrable, unbreakable shield. Obviously, the visibility will go down. Obviously, there is another function of this weapon. It is full auto, of course. We're probably going to take advantage of that too. So let's say, for example, you are using this weapon, the new weapon, new and improved, the 6.5 Creedmoor ammunition round, full metal jacket, lovely weapon, beautiful. That has no ammo in it. Hold on. And hilariously enough, this is the weapon I use to complete my hard mode, no armor, no helmet, no grenades challenge at the second bank. That bank, the second DLC map, that bank with all the rioters and on the, you enter from the street. I use this loadout specifically. I use the new rifle, beautiful weapon. I have a showcase for this out probably by now. If I don't, then it'll be coming soon. Then this pistol, I use this pistol. Now, why? So this is a rapid fire pistol, and if you are gonna shove a muzzle into somebody super close, this weapon is going to be awesome, because I'm going to be able to light anybody up who is super close to me. This is when that's going to be, I'm going to be using this around corners. It's a short pistol. It's not super long or anything. I have a long weapon with a long suppressor on it. And while I can totally use this weapon to go around certain doors, certain angles, if I do want to like sharply go cut around a corner, I'm going to just take this out. I know if it's not a long hallway, this is the weapon I'm using. It's close range weapon, full auto, you use that. And of course, in other loadouts, as I just discussed, with the shield, it's going to be exceptional. So if you are going to swap to this weapon and shoot it at medium to long distances, this isn't going to be the weapon for you. It still functions just like a pistol, like any other one. Honestly, when it comes to close range engagements where it picks up, where you are lacking in your loadout, for example, those close ranges, tight around a corner, tight around a door, small areas, this is going to be the weapon. If you're going to use a shield, 1 point is 24 bullets, but 2 points, 48. That is a lot of ammunition. You can, a lot of the time with a shield, take your time, get a headshot, very ammo efficient. It's going to be a very valuable weapon overall. This is kind of, I've been surprised by this update so much. The ammunition and the extended mag in this weapon is awesome. It's going to make such a big difference in the viability of a lot of these pistols. Has a lot of ammunition, great utility. It has its specific uses. It's awesome. A lot of the time, I was never ever using a 9mm. Why? Well, there's no real need or reason to, aside from just roleplay purposes, or you like the pistol or whatever. But in terms of its effectiveness, especially when you're playing on hard, these are just not going to be pistols you're going to be bringing with you. Of course, the biggest bar forever for a long time was the 5.7. You draw it, you shoot, it's good, right? Easy. There's no startup animation. Now, there is a startup animation for the Glock 18. If you swap to your shield, there won't be a startup animation. Just be aware that when you load in the game, take it out, play with the start animation, blah, 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 put it away, you're good. Do all the laser sights and stuff, all that kind of crap. And obviously that was another issue with the Mark V. You're like, oh, I gotta draw quick. You quickly draw the Mark V. You take it out, and then you're cocking the gun, playing with it, looking at it as the suspect in front of you is dropping you. My final consensus of this weapon: this is a very good weapon. I'm very impressed with this weapon. This weapon is very awesome. I will be covering the other pistol in another video, but as it stands for this is an exceptional weapon. If you're going to use a type of ammunition, honestly, it really doesn't matter. If you're using the shield, you're aiming for the face a lot of the time anyway. Armor piercing isn't going to be too great. You probably just want to go JHP, because if you do hit the body or the limbs, they're going to take a little bit more damage. So let's say, you know, you shoot them in the leg twice and, you know, they run away and you re-engage them with a rifle. Maybe it only takes 1 shot instead of 2 shots, right? So doing a little bit more damage is going to be a little nicer. And of course, if you do just shoot them in the leg a couple times, it might take like 1 less bullet, right? As JHP does more tissue damage, as a lot of people already know, and armor piercing does better penetration, but low armor on hard mode, it's going to be pretty low chance that you're going to be running across with low armor. If you are, you're going to have low to no armor anyway. Use JHP, you know, so JHP is going to be the, you know, the default for this weapon. But it is very exciting. I love this weapon. Anyway, that is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching. I recommend this weapon very, very much if you are going close quarters using a shield. Make sure to do single fire. There is that glitch they got to fix, but past that, this is a very awesome, exceptional weapon. Check it out. Try it out for yourself. Tell me what you think about it. And let me know what you guys think of the DLC so far. Are you guys loving it, hating it? Are the maps so awful you hate them and you're suffering so much because the difficulty is insanely difficult? If not, you know, maybe you love it. Let me know about that too. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.